Hi everybody, welcome back to our Kwanzaa craft. So you should have picked up your bag, and in it we'll have, let me just adjust this since I'm doing it on a Chromebook and not my phone, so it's a little different. So you're going to have the little instruction sheet, and on it, maybe the light's not so great in here, on the bottom it has my email address. So can you see it there? It's ggatto@lmls.org. So when you're finished, please take a picture of what you've made and email it to me so we can post it to the library's Facebook page. And then you should have received inside 2 sheets learning about Kwanzaa. The 7 principles and the 7 symbols. Okay, and then got a coloring page of a Kinara. You can color that in. And then you should have received 2 sheets of contact paper, so we're going to leave that to the end because we're going to, when we're all done our mat, if you want, we're going to cover both sides. So you can use this as your placemat at the table. And the contact paper will protect it. If you get food or spill something on it, you just wipe it right off. And then you should have received a large black sheet of construction paper. And then 3, let me get my third one here, 3 strips of red. There. And then, of course, 3 strips of green. There's 3 there. 1 black strip. And then you should have received, and these are tiny, sometimes these stick to the plastic bag, but you should have received 7 squares, yellow squares to symbolize the green, because this represents the Kinara. You see there's the 3 green for the candles, 3 red for the red candles, and then you can't really see it, but there's a black one in there, and then this is supposed to be the flame. If you want to do it differently, that's perfectly okay. This is the way it looks on the flip side. All right, so the first thing you need to do is take your sheet and fold it in half, short side to short side, like this. I'm gonna lay mine on the table here. So it looks like this. Okay, just like that. And then you're gonna get a ruler and either a white pencil or a white crayon or a light colored crayon. Oh, my edges are not super straight, so I'm gonna do that again. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to make 6 or 8 slits down here. So I'm just going to eye it here. 2, 3, 4. And they're roughly, I made 6. So I made 6 marks, and they're roughly about 1 inch apart. And then I'm going to use my pencil, or I'm sorry, my ruler. So you make those little notches at the crease. And then at the top here, I'm just going to use my ruler and draw a line across this way so I know where to stop. See, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is use my ruler and I'm going to draw a line from the notch up, straight up. Make it as straight as I can. Okay, and I'm sorry, the Chromebook doesn't really lend itself well to, as well as the phone does, to see what I'm doing down here, but my phone ran out of storage, and I have to go through it and delete a lot of stuff. Okay, but this is what it looks like. And because this is pre-recorded, you can pause and, watch again, rewind, pause me, rewatch again until you get caught up. So it's going to look like this. And then just on these 6 lines, I'm going to cut up from the notch from this part, the crease, keep it folded. I'm going to cut straight up to the very top right there. Now, if you have kid scissors, use those, or if you need some help, ask your big person to help you. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to cut. Okay, just like that. I'm going to cut all 6. I'm just going to take my time. And if you make a mistake, no problem. You can always tape stuff back. Have some tape on hand, or if you have some black construction paper at home. Okay. Or you can even use brown for your background. Okay, then you're going to open it. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to weave in our strips of paper. So sometimes I like to start with the middle one. I'll put it in and I'll push it all the way over. It doesn't matter what side, if you do it this side or that side. So let's see if I can turn this down a little bit so you can see. Oh, see, then we lose the light. The light doesn't work very well. Okay, I'll just do it this way. So I'm going to put it over the first one, under the second, over the next. So it's over and under. And this might take a few minutes to get used to it. If you miss one, it's not a big deal, like I did. See right there? This one, the strip goes over 2 of them. So it's no problem. I'll just go back, pull it out a little bit, make it go under and over and under. And that's in the middle there. See, I did that. You can kind of see that. And then I'm going to start with my red and my green. So if you say started at the bottom and you did under, the next one should be like over. Just like the opposite. Every other one should be the opposite of the one before it. This is a little tricky to do with your fingers. I don't know if I can do it holding it up like this. This gets a little tricky. Let's see. And then pull it out like that. I get all of them. You fix it. And then I'm going to push this one over. That should be under. And if they slip out, don't worry about it. You can just push it back in. See? Like that. And if it's a little difficult for you, you're having a hard time, each time you do one, and as you can see, like the one I made, like these are closer together, these are further apart. It's not a big deal if they're further apart or closer. But each time you do one, if you're having a difficult time, you can add a little bit of glue stick to one part to hold it in place. Like this one, I put a little glue stick there. This one, I'm going to put the glue stick on this side. So I'll show you. So I put a little bit of glue right there. I'm just going to push that in place. And so that just kind of holds it in place. Okay. And then you're just going to go through and weave the rest. So the red one here, I started on top. The next one I'm going to start on the bottom and bring it out this way. So I'm going to do it really quickly here on the table and then show you. And you might need a little bit of help from your big person until you get the hang of it. Or maybe they can hold the black piece for you as you weave the other pieces in. Just take your time. Don't worry about it. If it find it a little difficult, that's okay. Just take your time. This is not like a super easy project. See, like that. And then I'm going to turn this over, put a little glue there. Use my glue stick, put a little glue to hold that in place. Okay. I'm going to do the next one. Oops. And sometimes you want to be careful. And if one comes out, look, I was just putting this in and that one came out. No big deal. I'll get to that later. I'm going to weave my next one. Do that first. And then I'm going to go back and fix it. And then I see I made a little mistake there. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to take it out and make it go back over. It was under where it should be over. See? I just take it out and I'm going to do that part over. Not a big deal. So don't get frustrated. And if you rip your paper, like I said, just use some tape to tape it back. I did that part. I'm going to use a little glue stick to hold it in place at one end. Okay. And then I'm going to try the other side. Now remember, the black strip is here, and this down here is under, so I'm going to start over with my green strip. See if I can get it to go in all the way. There we go. Sometimes it helps if like you pick it up and lift each piece. Let's see if I did this. There we go. There's that one. And I'm going to do the last two green strips. This is great to help develop some of your fine motor skills. So just take your time. If you need to do it over, not a problem. You can always adjust it. There's that one. And I'm going to do my last one. This is a little trickier because I'm towards the end of the paper. Not as much room, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to try my best and see, look, one came out. It's okay. I'm going to leave that one while I'm doing my last strip. Pull it up. I know you're just kind of watching me, but it's kind of hard to do this and hold it up. So, okay, we see what happened here, right? I'm just going to go back now and fix it and adjust it. I have to do the bottom. And if the other strip gets a little crazy, like these are starting to get crazy, I'm just going to pull them down. Okay, I'm going to add my little glue stick to hold them in place. Okay. Now it doesn't matter what side. You can pick either side. And now you can put on your candles, your little flames. And if the one, obviously some of the strips are going to end with, you know, black, like here, that's okay. You just put it right there on top of it anyway. So this is where I'm going to get my glue stick, put some on my little flame, put it right on top like that. Another one. Doesn't matter what side you do it on. And if you see, like, Some of these still have like the pencil marks when I cut them out. Put the glue stick on the pencil side if you want, so you don't see that part. And you're also welcome to, before you do this or after you do it, to decorate it more with markers or crayons or glitter if you want to do that. Okay, just put it on lightly like that. Okay, now this is the tricky part. So this part you're definitely going to need help with a big person, and that is using covering the mat with the contact paper. So you might need some help, and I'm going to see if I can stand up and move, adjust this to see if you can see better. Let's see here. Let's see if I can turn this down a little bit. I think you can still see. Okay, so I'm going to get my contact paper, the paper side up. Here's the shiny side, and I'm going to get a corner and open it up. And I'm going to pull the paper back a little bit, a couple inches, fold it, and then I'm going to line up my paper here, my mat, as best I can against both sides and the edge here. This is when you might really need help from your big person. You can lay it down, push it down. Okay, turn it over, and then I'm going to push with my hand here and pull the paper with my other hand. I'm just going to go really slowly, going across the whole mat. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side. I'm going to put that aside, get my other piece of contact paper. Pull this down a couple inches, fold that. And then I'm going to get the side that doesn't have contact paper on it, turn it over, do the same thing. I'm going to try to line it up as best I can. And you know, you might have a few spaces or a few spots that don't have the contact paper, and that's okay. You can come by the library to get another piece. There we go. So it looks like my two pieces here. I just had a little bit there and a little bit here, and that's okay. The other thing I can do is cut it down. You can either use your scissors, or if you have a paper cutter at home. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. This again, you might need your big person to help you do this. Cut that. And let's do the other side. I don't think I need to do the top there. Okay, now I'm going to sit back down, bring you. Hello again. And then I'm just going to make it nice and flat. And there we go. Your Canara placemat. So you can have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or a snack on this. So I hope you enjoyed the craft. I hope it wasn't too frustrating. I know weaving can be a little challenging. But please take a picture of what you made, and if yours looks different, that's perfectly okay. You make it any way you want, and just send it to me, and I'll post it on our Facebook page. See you next time. Bye.